Come with me and my friends to Hyper Japan Manchester. We stayed in the Premier Inn right across from Manchester Central and saw a seagull taking a bath. Not relevant to the vlog, but I just thought I'd include it. On Friday, I was Roxanne Wolf from Five Nights at Freddy's. On Saturday, I was Grail Sutcliffe from Black Butler. And on Sunday, it was Bianca from Pokemon. I was lucky enough to receive a creator pass, and I'm so grateful for the team for choosing me. Hyper Japan is a Japanese culture festival rather than a convention, so a lot of the focus is on Japanese experiences such as the sake experience, Sanrio meet and greets, a VTuber meet and greet, a lot of Japanese food and workshops. There was countless official and fan-made merchandise such as all of these figures. They also had fan-made stickers, keyrings, t-shirts. I saw a lot of plushies. Hyper Japan really had it all. Everything was really nicely spaced out and there was a lot of space between all of the stalls, which I greatly appreciated. There were some brilliant live stage performances, which you will see after this video of Duki.
Jokes are uncalculating.
I don't know.
Wait, are you filming me?
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. God, do you influencer posture or horse? I'm a bit of a horse mode.
Okay. At 4 p.m.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Japan also partnered with Animanga Pop. This is where the VTuber meet was. They had a lot of prop weapons, some of which weren't even swords, which I greatly appreciated. They had a lot of stuff on like Gundam robots, which I'm not really informed on, but they looked really cool. And now finally onto the food, which is one of our most anticipated parts of the day. This is what Iz bought, and this is what Duki and Bailey shared. I got some Sanrio themed snacks at Tofu Q. They were super cheap and super delicious. The pineapple one from the My Melody bag was my favourite. I wish I had more of them. This is the pineapple one. It was so good. And then onto everybody's wallet's least favourite part of any kind of convention or festival, the artist alley. There was a mix of official merchandise such as these figures and a lot of fan-made merchandise. All of the artists were super family friendly because they had stuff from Pokemon to anime to Tamagotchi merchandise, to Littlest Pet Shop merchandise, to these Pokemon cards. Vendor also gave us a... We got... Oh, that was a special one of that. Oops. It's a theory, my room. I'm not even going to attempt to say that. I'm not online. I love funny guy. Oh, I love this guy. He's so stupid.
You know this guy?
Free, don't give me a lot. I love this one.
We're not AI.
I don't love AI, but very just so funny. That's so silly.
Which one is the hit?
This one.
Wow.
I loved these anime themed race cars that were outside. I love the pink light on that one on the left. So stinking cute. All in all, I had a smashing time at Hyper Japan and I would come again. Everything going on really felt like a day out in Japan without leaving the UK, and it was a really nice, relaxed, family-friendly vibe. Like, I could see small children coming here without being bored. It was just so relaxed and definitely felt like a space that you can just enjoy with friends without the hassle of trying to make it through the crowded artist alley, of trying to run away from convention creeps. Like, the atmosphere was just wonderful. I did lose a lot of business that the artists brought, some of the stuff that I bought while leaving our hotel stickers at the same event that I was buying. Genshin Impact will be on screen. Demon Slayer and Pokemon and an Apothecary Diaries Breaking Bad mashup sticker. I have bought from some of these artists in the past, however most of them are new to me, and it was so nice being in a space where I was seeing merch for the first time, because a problem with a lot of events is that they reuse the same artists. So it's been a few days and obviously I'm not in cosplay, but I just wanted to give like a little review portion of the event to make the vlog last a little longer, because we were so busy all day that I couldn't do like my regular like walkthrough vlog that I've done at the other cons. Obviously I received a creator pass, but I made sure to not let that influence my view of the event and to go in with like clear mind and to have the same thoughts and feelings as if I paid for my ticket. So to start with some positives, I feel like the event layout was really nice. I feel like having the stage at the back is sometimes kind of detrimental for the performers, but they had a very good amount of volume control. If you were stood near the stage, it wasn't too loud or too like overwhelming. You know, like sometimes when like you can feel it rumbling in your chest because of how loud it was. I didn't really feel that, but you could still hear it towards the back. So like any vendors would be able to, you know, hear the performances. And because it has to be boring sometimes being a vendor, just sat there, but you know, they could hear that. I feel like the VTuber meet was a really nice touch. I don't think I've ever seen that at another event before, whether it be like another convention or anything like that, because obviously VTuber culture is it's huge, but it's not really touched upon at conventions. Sometimes there'll be fan merchandise, but you know, VTuber meet and greets, I've never seen that before. I thought that was really cool. And in that same area, like the anime manga pop area, I liked the prop weapons, but I liked how there were prop weapons that weren't just swords, because you know, I've seen like the Demon Slayer katanas before. What else are swords? But like they had the, oh my god, I always forget what it's called, but the gun from Psycho Pass. I think they had something from Madoka Magica. They had like the little necklace things. It will be in the vlog somewhere, but I did really like that. I liked the amount of artists, and I liked the range in artists, because for a few years I've not really been buying much at conventions or like other events, because it's the same artists every time. I'm not saying like they're bad and I don't like their work, but just everything on the table that I like I already own. But this time there were so many artists that I've never seen before. It was a really, really good pick. Obviously there were some that I've seen before and I bought from them again, but there were some there were some artists that I have never seen before, and I think I spent like £300 or something like that. That might have been including food, I don't know, but I spent a crap ton of money, basically, TLDR. I also just really like the Manchester location. Manchester Central is like one of my favorite places for conventions. It's very close to home for me. If I weren't staying with my friend from London or near London before, bros in the comments, I would have just stayed at home, not bothered with a hotel, and been able to just come to and from. But because my friend was coming down to visit, we had a hotel. You know, it's a good location for hotels. We had one right across the road. It was great. But yeah, Manchester Central, it's like really big, it's really nice. I like the area for photos, because I do photography on the side. And speaking of the vendors, there weren't as many like, you know, when it's like, there was a 3D print stall, which fair enough, have a 3D print stall, but it wasn't like you turn around and there's the pop figure stall, there's the AliExpress stall. I don't think I saw any of like the classic mystery bags. There was a stall that had like some official merchandise, and the bags, they had some kind of mystery bag, but it had like a guaranteed prize figure or something. It was like an actual merchandise bag. It wasn't just like AliExpress slop in a bag, which that is great. Can conventions please stop hiring these people, or like giving these people the table? Like nobody wants these crappy mystery bags. I also feel like all of the food areas, they were pretty good. I didn't buy any of the food. I don't really get hungry at conventions. I just kind of have a few snacks. I don't really eat much in my day-to-day, but my friends got some food that will be in the vlog, and it looked and smelled so good. Like not even just like me for the vlog being like, oh my god, you guys, the food was so good. Like it did look very, very nice. My friends really, really enjoyed it. I should have asked them to review it for the video. Oh well. And they did have really, really long queues for some of the food stalls. The two that my friend, the one that my two friends ordered from, but they didn't just let the crowd, let the queue go crazy. They had somebody with a sign saying that this is the end of this queue, this is the end of this queue. So while the queues were rubbish, but that's not the event's fault, that's just people really want this food, they had them under control. Bonus points from me. But then once we actually got to the front of the queue, the staff was so fast at actually making the food, so the queue did move pretty fast, which extra bonus points. Less time in the queue. Like, oh my god, like that time that I stood in a queue for 3 hours at Anime Con. 3 hours straight. I think a couple of things to improve for next time would I heard from a friend that the voice actor meet and greet was a bit so they were kind of all in a rush. They'd clearly like overbooked her. Like she wasn't signing personal items, and they found that out like in the queue. So people had their personal items and she wasn't allowed to sign them. The voice actor also brought her own merchandise, and that wasn't being sold, so she had to bring it all back home with her, which I don't understand why they do that. But you know, events, they have a drawback. Also, the creator passes, whatever name you signed up with would be on the pass. You could change it, but the staff didn't tell us. So I signed up with my legal name because this is my it's my first time at HYPERJAPAN. It's my first time having a creator pass, and my friend Rubber Ducky has had creator passes before, and you needed to show ID. So I put my legal name because my legal name is on my ID, but my legal name is not what I go by. And the staff didn't tell me I could change it, so I had my legal name on my pass, which I could cover with washi tape, but I kind of didn't want it on there in the first place. So maybe just tell the staff to tell the creators that you can change it. I don't know. I also think a 3-day event was a little ambitious. A lot of the vendors were saying that Friday was just dead, like they weren't making mini sales, but that's because people are at school or they're at work, which happens with every single con. Like MCM, the Friday's always dead. Anime Con, the Friday's always dead. Like that's just how it happens. But I think for the first time in Manchester, a lot of people who could have gone on the Friday were a little unsure if like they wanted to go, so they didn't want to buy a full weekend pass, which was a little bit on the expensive side for what the event was. I think for its first time, a 2-day weekend would have been good. Not saying I didn't have a good time. I did have a really good time all 3 days, and I felt like I was doing something different all 3 days. I think to end on another positive, I feel like the staff were really, really nice. We had an issue with somebody outside, nothing to do with HYPERJAPAN, and like the staff were on that. They were also really, really nice to the cosplayers, because it's not a cosplay focused event, but any convention is going to have cosplayers. So I didn't feel, because sometimes I go to a convention and I feel like the staff like don't really understand cosplay culture. Like you're at a Comic-Con and you don't understand cosplay, but I didn't feel like I was getting any weird looks from the staff. I felt very, respected. But obviously, like, this isn't a convention, like, it's a Japanese culture festival, so things will be a little different than MegaCon or AnimeCon or MCM. I also liked the staggered opening times. I think for Friday, a later start is good. Obviously, like, it's less convention time, but I don't know, there's something about it. And then like Saturday being the main day, and then Sunday opening later. I'm lazy, I want to sleep in. I like it when the Sunday opens later. All in all, I had a really, really good time. I would return if they came again to Manchester, especially if my friends were coming, because obviously having your friends at an event is what, can really make it. Yes, thank you again for HYPERJAPAN for having me as a creator guest. That was such a fun experience to end the year on. Thank you for hosting the festival in general in Manchester. It was so nice to do something different, because obviously again it's not a convention, it's a Japanese culture festival. So rather than the Comic-Con experience, I got like a day out in Japan kind of experience, which is different and something I've never done before, and it was a really fun time, and I would recommend that you go. Well, I don't know about the London one, obviously I've not been, but if it's the same or better than Manchester, then I recommend you go. But yes, thank you so much for watching. My next con vlog will probably be MegaCon London in January. So yeah, I'll see you in the next vlog in the new year, but hopefully I'll have a YouTube video up before then. I don't know. Content is difficult, guys.